So we are covering anything related to ping access also in this training?
No, actually, only PingFederate. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Just give me 1 minute. I'll be back. Yeah, I'm back now. Okay,
Okay.
so now in the last call, what we are discussing, we were discussing about the SMTP configuration and all, right?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
now what we are going to do, so we are going to continue with the extra components only. Okay,
Mhm.
so now, okay, so now what we are going to do, so now we are going to see the, can you try to access any application actually, the SAML connection or something like that? Mhm.
Yeah, 1 second. It's I don't know why it is asking
Mhm.
again. Okay.
Mhm.
Any application, right? This one.
Yes. Okay, just try to access it. Okay, see, you are seeing the login screen here, right? So
Mhm.
this login screen and all, how we are going to do that means, for example, let's say we are having the login screen, right? Okay. So if you just right click on this one, view page source actually. Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. So view page source in the sense means, okay, so what we are going to do here, view page source means, so this is the, see that name in the starting actually. So
This
that is on
place.
STS, yeah, html.form.login.template, right? So
Mm.
now here, what you are going to do now here, okay, in this configuration, right? Okay. So in this configuration, okay, so what is the difference we are doing it, right? So here, for example, let's say if I want to customize this one means how we can able to customize these things actually. So do you know HTML coding and all?
Maybe a little bit. I have
Mm-hmm.
understanding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So based on the HTML coding, we can able to configure this one basically. Okay. We can
Okay.
able to, okay, so we can able to configure this kind of a, like we can edit the we can edit the login screen actually here, the login page, right? So the html.form.login.template. Okay, we can
Mhm.
able to, like for example, if I want to change something in the page means we can able to do that. Okay, so how we
Mm.
can able to configure this one means, okay, so okay, so how we can able to edit this one? For example, let's say okay, let's one application team or organization they are asking for. Okay, we need a login screen. We need a logo to be added in the. We need a logo to be added in the. Okay, we
Like
need a logo to
UI,
be
right?
added in
Like
this. Yeah,
branding UI.
UI. Yeah, in the UI changes. So how we can able to do this one means, okay, so how we can able to add a logo to this configuration or something like that, right? So that is what
Mhm.
we are going to see now. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
So
now
we'll
here,
configure this from PingFederate only, right?
yeah, this is PingFederate only basically. That is the configuration. Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes, yes. So this is PingFederate configuration only basically. So there is no difference and all. So how we can able to add the logo? So first of all, where is that page is available? Let's do that. Can you go to the PingFederate installed folder? I think it is should be there in the C drive. Mhm.
Okay. Should okay, see the program
Mhm.
files and then ping
Yeah. Okay. So
identity.
now here,
Yeah. Domain
yeah, it should
address.
be there in the PingFederate. Oh, there are two
This
files.
latest one.
Okay. Okay, the latest one. Open the PingFederate again. That is another
Mhm.
one. Okay, so now here, can you go to that server default? Can you open that server?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Default.
now here, what you are going to do now here? Okay, so now in this one, right? Okay, can you go to that server default conf, right? Inside the conf, there is a configuration called template, basically.
What is it?
Template folder. So inside in the last folder, right? The last
This
folder.
one.
Yes.
Okay.
So in the template folder, we can able to see all the templates, basically.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Yes, we can able to see all the templates actually here. Okay, so in this template, we are going to have the html.login template. Basically, we are going to edit it. But actually, in this one, before start editing that configuration, right? So we need to how we are going to configure this in a, like, how we are going to upload the image actually. So it's like a image, right? Logo is means it's an image, basically.
Yes.
So how we can able to upload the image file first of all? So we can able to do that. Okay, so now here in this one, okay, can you go to the assets in the top?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Okay, so in the top there is an assets, right? So in that images folder it is there, right? Inside the images folder we are
Mm-hmm.
images are available actually here, right? So there are a lot of images are already available, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So the logos actually. Okay, so we can able to use any one of the logo already available here. We can able to
Oh,
use that
okay.
one also. So maybe for example, we can use the logo hyphen apple is there, right?
Mm.
Yeah, just right click on the apple logo actually in the middle. Apple logo, right? Yeah. Apple logo. Apple.
This one. Okay.
Yeah. Right click. Just let's check this one actually. Okay. Right click properties. Let's see the extension of this file actually. Okay.
PNG.
Okay. .png, right?
Mm.
So .png is nothing but, so what you are going to basically, so here, okay, so this is a .png configuration, means how we can able to do that one means. So here we need to upload this file into the HTML coding, basically. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
now let's go back to that template folder. So remember the name here. We are going to upload this image file. No,
We need
not
to
this one.
remember the name of the
No.
file.
No. Yeah, logo hyphen apple only. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so now here in the left hand side, okay, just open that. Go back to the template folder.
Okay.
Yeah. So inside the template folder, okay, so yeah, open that html.form.login.template, right? Just right click, edit with Notepad++. html.form.login.template, right?
This
Yes.
one.
Right click, edit with Notepad++.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So if you scroll down, we can able to upload the image file into this one actually. How we are going to do that? That is what we are going to see. No. Go to that, I think 84th line, I think so.
This one. Header, right? Company logo.
So here line, okay, see there 86, right? So go to the end of the line there. Go to the
Mm-hmm.
end of the line. Okay, and put enter here.
Mm-hmm.
Enter. Yeah. So now here we are going to upload the image file. Okay, just open the lesser than symbol, right? That one.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay, we are going to upload the image file actually here.
Mm-hmm.
So in this one, okay, so now here how we can able to upload it. So img space src.
Mm-hmm.
So src means it's a source actually. Image space source. Okay, img space source means
Mm-hmm.
img space src basically is equal
Mm-hmm.
to,
Okay.
yeah, inside the double quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so inside the double quotes, what you are going to do? So we are going to see the image file actually. So now what we are going to do here? Okay, img space src is equal to, okay, inside the double quotes we are going to put the, where is the folder? It is under the assets, right? So put assets slash images slash not hyphen. Okay, images and slash. Okay, so the logo hyphen apple dot png, right? Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
So logo hyphen apple dot png. .png, close the double quotes, close that bracket actually.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Save it. Control yes. Okay. Yeah. It is asking you to open in the admin mode actually. Okay. Yeah. Can you save it again? Yeah. Yes. No, you need to save it again one more time. Yes.
So
Now can you go back to the file actually?
this one.
Not the file actually. Can you go to the login screen? Sorry.
Okay.
The screen, just refresh the page actually.
This one only, right?
Yes. See the
Logo.
difference? Okay, you are having the logo now, right? But actually the logo is too big actually. So what we are going to do? So now we are going to do one more change actually to make our logo smaller. Okay, so let's reduce the pixels actually. Can you go back to that file again? Okay, in the Notepad++, right? So in the Notepad++, what we are going to do? So here in the same one, there is a we have edited the PNG is there, right? So after the double quotes, okay, inside the bracket after the double quotes, in
Yeah.
line number 87, right? That is what we did change, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So in that after the double quotes before the bracket actually. So now what you are going to do basically, so here we are going to do the change actually. Okay. So put space, put space, height is equal to 30px. Height is equal to 30px. Space, width is equal to 30px.
Okay.
Okay, so height is equal to 30px, width is equal to 30px. Save it. Yeah. Okay, now once you save it, yeah, now can you go back and refresh the page again? Now this should be perfect actually. Okay, see the difference actually now. So this is perfect, right?
Yeah.
So this is how we can able to do the, this is the login screen. Okay, little bit how we can able to upload the logo basically. Okay. So now what you are going to do right here in this configuration. Okay. So now here in this connection, what we are going to do. So here in the login screen itself, right? Can you go back to the login screen again? Okay. So in the login screen, what we are going to do basically here, okay, in this configuration also, right? So yeah, now can you go to the login screen? Okay, in the browser.
Okay.
So in the browser, what we are going to do here. So here, actually, the username messages it is available, right? The messages you're seeing it in the screen, right? So like username, actually, so for example, the username field, we can able to use UID or mobile number or mail, right? All the three values we can able to use. Am I right? Because we have given the filter in the PCV. Am I right?
Yeah.
We have given the filter in the PCV, right? So now what we are going to do, so we are giving the filter in the PC, but how we can able to let the user knows they can able to configure everything actually, how we can able to let the user knows, how we can able to they can able to use all the configuration basically, right? So how we can able to do that? So we need to change it in the login screen only, right? So in the login screen, we need to do the change here. Like for example, we need to do that user maybe for example UID slash email slash mobile number like that. If you are giving it means, then it would be best option actually right here. Okay, but how we can able to do the changes of this kind of a configuration basically means we need to do it in a different way. Okay, so not in the same page we are going to do, we need to do it in a different page actually. Okay, these are all it's a messages. I don't want the, so here in the top there is a sign on, right? Okay, so now here I don't want to do the sign on and all basically. Okay, so I want a different how we can able to change the button title, the sign on title and all, how we can able to do that means we can able to do it in a different way. Okay, can you go back to the folder again? Okay, so the folder, right? The template folder. We need to change it in a different way now, actually. Okay. So now here, okay, in the top, can you go back one folder here?
Configuration.
Yeah. So one step back. Here in this folder, one step back.
Default.
Mhm. Yes. So here in this corner, no, corner folder only. I'm just saying, go to the corner. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now here inside the corner folder, we are having that there is a language-packs in the top. Okay. So there is a folder called language-packs actually. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. So
This one.
here, yeah, open that folder. Okay. So in that language-packs, there is a PingFederate-messages.property file. It is there, right? The third one. Can you just right click edit with Notepad++?
Okay.
Okay, so now here in this configuration, what we are going to do. So here, no, not this one. Did you open it? We couldn't be able to see that. Can you go back to that one? No, not this one. Can you go back to the folder? There's a PingFederate-messages.property file. It is there, right? The third one, the third file. Right click edit with Notepad++. Yeah.
Okay.
Edit with Notepad++ in the bottom. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so now we are going to edit this one actually.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
open.
now it open. Okay, now can you go back in the 41st line? That is a html.form.login.template file. It is there, right?
Yes.
So here in this, in the next line and all, you can able to see the configurations, right? So the template title is there in the next line. First line itself, title is there. What is the title in the right hand side? So the sign on, it is showing it in the first line, right? 42 number line. Line number 42, there is a sign on, it is there, right? Check the line number 42.
Okay. This one.
42. Yeah, that is a username, and then above that one, there is a sign on, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to see the title as sign on. Okay, let's do the change actually. Maybe we'll put login like that. Okay, so remove that one, remove the sign on there.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of put login actually. We can put it as a login means, no, L in uppercase. Wait. Mhm. Put L in uppercase. Okay, in the login, put L in uppercase.
Okay.
Okay, in the next line, so the username, it is there, right? Now let's change the username. We don't need that. So here, instead of username, we can put it in a three fields we need to put, because in the filter we are using the same actually. So put UID slash in, okay, U in uppercase, UID slash, okay, UID slash, okay, email slash,
Email, right?
yeah, email slash, email means E in uppercase we can put.
Okay.
Email slash, okay, so and then, okay, yeah, email slash, there is one more UID slash email slash mobile, you can put it actually. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, that's fine. We are using three filters only in the PC, right? So this is enough basically. Okay. So just, okay, if you scroll down, okay, and then there is a sign on button title is also there, right? In the 2 lines later actually. Yeah. After 2 to 3 lines, there is another sign on, it is there, right?
Right.
Yeah, maybe that one you can change it to login again actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now this is fine actually. Okay, so save this one. Okay. So now what you're going to do, so this change is not a seamless change actually. Okay. So this is not a seamless change actually. We need to restart the service basically. Can you restart the service? Go to the PingFederate and restart the service. Okay, why I'm saying, okay, so whatever the change we did in HTML form, so that is fine actually. Okay, so that is just a normal configuration only. Okay, so it's a HTML coding, so you can able to restart the service automatically basically. Okay,
We need to
so you
restart
don't need
PingFederate, right?
yeah, you don't need to restart the service for the HTML login. It's a seamless. XML will change automatically. But here, In this one, we need to do the restart because it's a property file. Whatever the changes we did in the backend, we need to restart the configuration basically. Okay. Yes. Okay. So once you restart the service, just refresh the page actually there.
Starting.
Okay. Yeah, it will take some time actually. Okay. Yeah. Now if you try to access it, just actually the sign on page is already there, right? You need to just refresh this page actually. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think no, that's fine. Yeah, see the difference now? It
Correct.
got restarted now. Okay, see the change in the login
Okay, the
button and then the
fields
title,
got
right?
changed. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. So this is the cost. These are the cosmetic changes inside the PingFederate basically. Okay.
Mhm.
So these are the cosmetic changes inside the PingFederate. Cosmetic changes in the sense, right? So these are all. It's like a what we can say. These are all. It's like a kind of a. So we are doing the login page changes, right? So this login page changes and all. It's like cosmetic changes inside the PingFederate basically. So in a real time, we will be doing the logo upload and all. Okay, logo upload and these kind of a configurations. Okay. Yeah, you clear on this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any doubts on this? Mhm.
No. No.
Okay, so now the next one in the SAML connection, every time we saw that issuance criteria option. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the SAML we saw that issuance criteria option, right? So what is that issuance criteria mean? What it will do, right? So that is what we are going to see now. Okay, what is that issuance criteria? Why it is working, right? In the SAML connection, basically. So for example, one application team is asking, okay, maybe let's say I am the application team. I am asking, okay, hey, PingFederate team. So I have a SAML application. I have a SAML application. I need a different, I need a user to authorize actually. So I need a user to authorize or something like that means how we can able to do that. So authorize or something like that means it's a different way. Okay. So what application team is asking? So they need a, what we can say. So like for example, they need a condition in the PingFederate basically. Okay. So in the condition, if I put it means it will restrict basically. Okay, so it will restrict. Okay, so restriction is nothing but it's like a kind of a, for example, if we can put it means if the condition is satisfied, you can able to log in into the application. Okay, so SAML response will be generated. Okay, or else it will reject it basically. So some kind of authorization we can able to do it inside the PingFederate basically. Some kind of a authorization we can able to do it inside the PingFederate. That authorization is known as the is issuance criteria basically. So issuance criteria means we can able to provide some kind of authorization basically. So authorization in the sense how we can able to do that, right? So we can able to provide a condition. So for example, let's say I'm asking, okay, PingFederate team, I need, for example, if the user is part of the if the user is part of the US country means allow the user. If the user is not part of the US country, don't allow the user like that actually. Okay. So what I'm trying to access it, so what I'm trying to say, so for example, I'm asking the PingFederate, okay, if the user is part of the country, US country, please allow. If the user is not part of the US country, don't allow basically. Okay. So that is the configuration. You're getting my point, right? So now what you are trying to understand now, so what you are trying to achieve, so we are having a condition. If that condition satisfied, it will allow the user. If the condition is not satisfied, it won't allow. What is the condition the application is asking? If the user is part of US country, we will
The
allow.
CID, that CIDR, right?
No, not that one actually. This is like a restriction inside the SAML. I'm asking only one connection actually. Okay, not
Okay.
for every connection. Okay.
Okay.
So now here inside the connection, there is a configuration called. Maybe can you go to the SP connection again? So here, for example, we will be checking in the LDAP actually, not the CIDR. CIDR IP ranges, right? Now here
Yeah.
I'm not going to check it in the CIDR IP ranges actually. I
Uh-huh.
will be checking it inside the what we can say checking the LDAP users LDAP, because if the inside your LDAP there will be definitely there will be one attribute called country or location, right? where which location the user is part of. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we will be checking that configuration actually. So if the user is part of one location or something, if the user is part of US means we will allow it. If the user is not part of US, we will reject it basically. Okay. So that is what we are going to do. So for example, there is an attribute called location L attribute, it is there, right? Okay.
Yes.
In a real time, we don't know whether they will be following the L attribute or different attribute. Okay, but the same condition actually. Okay. Can you go to the L? Maybe we can change that L into US actually. Mhm.
Okay. So from here, we
Double click on that in the right hand. Yeah, US, put US only. So if the L attribute is US, we will allow it. If L attribute is not US, we will reject it actually. Okay. Yeah. No, that just put only US actually, not USA.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So now, okay, let's go back to the PingFederate console. So maybe actually, so we need to get this attribute first of all. Okay. Then only we can able to map a condition here. Okay. So
Mhm.
in the SAML connection, can you go to PingFederate? Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Go to the applications actually. SP connections. Yeah. So not the Salesforce. Let's put a different one. Mhm. Okay. Which connection we are getting the LDAP attributes and all basically. There is some, no. Yeah. I think test-sp2, I think so. Click on sp2 actually. Yeah. So that is a connection we are connecting to LDAP, I think. Can you scroll down? Scroll down. Yes,
Yeah,
we are
this one.
connecting to LDAP, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So now here attribute, can you click on the LDAP directory search actually there?
Okay.
Yeah. So we need to get the attribute first of all, right? Okay. So we need to get the attribute first of all. So here, show all attributes. Mhm. So what attribute we are going to get in the right hand side? Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
What
sir.
attribute we are going to? Yeah. It's
This
L,
one.
right? Yes. Add it. Add attribute. Click on done actually here. Yeah. Okay. Click on done.
Okay.
Okay. And then click on next here. Next,
Mhm.
next. Okay. Next again. So here we are going to use it in the issuance criteria. This is the issuance criteria actually, right? So
Mhm.
there are, if you select the condition there, right? There are a lot of conditions will be available in the middle, right? There are a lot of conditions will be available in the right hand
Mhm.
side actually. There is a condition. Yes. So we are not going to use that condition basically. Okay. So what we
Okay.
are trying to do, we are going to write a coding. We are going to customize it because equal to, not equal to. So the condition is simple. Equal to US, allow. Not equal to US, don't allow. That is the one condition, right? So here that is easy. Okay. But I don't want to use the traditional one. So let's do it in a different way. Let's write the coding, Java coding. We will write it. Okay. Show advanced criteria. It is there, right?
Mhm.
So now what we are going to do. So do you know what is the original expression?
Not sure.
Okay. So actually there is a configuration called original expression in the Java basically. So
Mhm.
what original expression will do, right? In Java, so I mean, for example, if you don't do anything.
Okay.
So here, how many lines will take for this normal kind of a coding to write in Java actually? At least it will take 10 to 15 lines, right?
Yeah.
So by using the original expression, we can able to complete within one line actually. Okay,
Okay.
so it will reduce the Java coding actually. So that is the usage of the original. Original means object graph navigation library, object graph navigation language actually. Okay, so it is collection of libraries actually. All the libraries are available here, so we can consume it and we can complete it within one line. Okay, so here what is the condition we are going to do here? Okay, so the condition is simple. Okay, so first we need to get the L attribute, right? First we need
Mhm.
to get the L attribute. So how we can able to get the L attribute here? So first of all, okay, the original expression every time it will start from the hash symbol actually. Okay, put hash. Mhm. Yeah, put hash. Okay, this dot get,
Mhm.
this dot get, this this function. Okay, this. No,
Okay.
it lowercase only. Okay, if it is
Okay.
uppercase, I will be telling you.
Dot.
Dot get. Get means we are going to get the
Okay.
attribute actually. Okay,
Okay.
so get. Mhm. Yeah, open the bracket, close the bracket.
Okay.
Okay, so now here, no, not this bracket, curly bracket. Just open the C bracket actually.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Yes. Okay, inside the double quotes. Okay, this is a since this is a function, that's why we are putting open the bracket actually. So now what you are going to do, we are going to get the L attribute, right? So, but before that, actually in the above, there's a select option. It is there, right? Can you just check on choose the select option? Okay, just for only one. Okay, see that? Oh, it's PD actually, right? So PD is the source ID, right? So now here, okay, no, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, so now inside the double quotes, put ds dot, ds dot. So ds is nothing but it's a data store actually. Okay. So that, okay, ds dot pd, right? PD is the source ID we have given. Okay, PD dot, and then what is a PD dot?
PS dot PD dot
PD dot, yeah. LDAP. Okay, LDAP is the, sorry, PD dot, sorry. What is the L attribute, right? So put L attribute. Yeah, okay, close the double quotes and close the bracket actually. So now we got this attribute, right? But with this attribute, we don't know. I don't know whether it's a string value or whether it is an integer value or whether it is a which value, I don't know basically. So what I will be doing it, so dot to string. So I will be converting this value into a string value. So in the Java, how we can able to convert it into a string value means, so that is known as the dot to string actually. Okay. Okay, dot to string. Okay, TO. Okay, yes in uppercase. Open the bracket and close the bracket actually. Okay. At the end, open the bracket and close the bracket. Yes, dot to string. So to string is the function actually. So that's why we are putting open the bracket and close the bracket. Do it at the end actually. That is correct. That's correct. That's all. Go to the end. Open the bracket and close the bracket like you did for the get method, right? Yeah. No, like you did for the get method. Yeah. Okay. Now after that bracket, put dot. Okay. So in the dot. Okay. So now what we can do. So now here, can you open the bracket at the starting and close it at the end actually now? So now this is completed. We converted into a string value. Before the dot, you can close the bracket actually. So now what I'm going to do, now I'm going to match it actually, match it with US, right? So after the bracket, okay, open, like just after the dot, index of, okay, index of is the condition. Okay, index of is the condition. O in uppercase, open the bracket and close the bracket at the end. Index of what is the value actually? So we need to put the inside the bracket, inside the double quotes, US, right? Yeah. Put it inside the double quotes. Uppercase only. Yeah. No. Case matters actually here. US in uppercase only you need to put, because or else it won't work actually. So these are all, it's what we can say. These are all, it's like Okay. Now we have given the value actually. Okay, but what we are going to do here, so now what we are going to do here, we need to do it in a different way now. Okay, we are going to match it, right? So match it means how we are going to match it here. So there's a little bit match we can able to do that. Okay, so after the bracket, okay, put space greater than or is equal to, greater than symbol, equal to symbol. You can just drag it out so you can maximize it actually. Yeah. Yes. Greater than or is equal to space 0. Greater than or is equal to space 0 basically. That's all actually. Okay. So this is how we can able to do the difference basically here. Okay. Wait. In the right hand side, you can put the condition. So if the failure means you are not authorized to access the application. Okay. Yeah. You are not authorized to access the application, or the user is not authorized to access the application basically, and add it. Okay. Yes. So if the condition is failed, this error will come for the user. Okay. Now add it and save it. That's all. Now we put the condition, right? Yes. Okay. Now try to access it. Try to access with the user.0 now.
SP2, right?
Yes. Just hit it actually. Now try to access it. It should work because you are already part of the group, right? Sorry, already part of that US country. So it will automatically work. Okay.
Yeah, we changed the password. Do you remember?
Yeah. Yesterday we changed the password. Yesterday or day before yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, it is working, right? Now can you go back to the LDAP and then change the US into IN actually. Change the country.
Okay.
we should have to test the negative flow also, right?
Okay. Why it went to?
No, it's a youtube.com, right?
Yeah.
That is a ASS URL. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now you asked what should I do?
Go back to the Apache Active Studio. Let's change that into a US actually.
Okay. So into something else.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. So instead of IN, put IN actually. Sorry, instead of US, put IN.
That should fail and give error, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so now this is changed actually. Now try to access the test-sp2 again one more time.
Not authorized to access the application.
Okay, so now what you are going to do? So now we are see what is the error actually? Whatever the error you have put it right. So that is
Yeah.
what it is showing it right there actually. Okay.
Okay.
So this is how we can able to do the changes basically. Clear on this one?
Yeah.
So any doubts on this? Yeah. So this is how we can able to do the issuance criteria option basically. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Clear on this? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So suppose, for example, like I'm asking the scenario again, actually, different scenario I'm asking actually. So I don't want the, what we can say, I don't want this, like, let's say what I will do. Okay. I will give it in a different way. So I want in a different, okay. I don't want IN to be there basically. Okay. I don't want IN to be there basically. Okay. So I don't want IN to be, that means India. Okay. Sorry, not US. Okay. So for example, if the user is trying to access the application, right? Okay. So like, I mean, if you are part of the US, don't allow. If you are part of any other country apart from US, allow the pages basically. Okay. So if you are part of US means don't allow. If you're part of any other country, we will allow it basically. Okay, you're getting my point, right?
Yeah.
You understand the concept? So if you're part of US, we can allow it. We don't allow it. If you're part of US, let's allow. If you're not part of US, let's allow. Maybe like a IN or any other country, we will allow it actually. Okay, but US, we are not going to allow. Okay, so that is the difference actually. Okay, you're getting my point, right? So how we can able to do this change, right? So here in this configuration,
only from there.
yes, in the issuance criteria only, scroll down to the bottom, scroll down.
Okay.
In the same SP2 only.
Okay.
Yeah, if you scroll down. Yeah, if you scroll down here, scroll down. So here now there is a issuance criteria, right? Click on the issuance criteria on the left hand side. Issuance criteria. Yes, so copy this and put it in the notepad. So now we are going to edit this one, right? Put it in the notepad first. Okay, now, yeah, paste it. So this one is fine. Okay, paste it in 2 lines actually. Next.
Okay.
Okay, now what you are going to do here, in this one, we are going to do this change. Okay, in the next line, what we are going to do. So now instead of US, any other country, it will work, right? It's a reverse of whatever we have put, right? So instead of greater than or equal to, just put lesser than actually. That's all.
Okay, not equal to.
It's a, no, it's lesser than only. Without equal to, less than. Yeah.
Okay. We'll put the US only, right?
Yeah, US. Okay, and lesser than.
It should work.
Put only lesser than actually, not equal to. Only lesser than.
No
okay,
zero?
copy that and put it.
Lesser
Yeah,
than
that's all.
zero?
Yes, that's all. Copy that and put it in that one.
Okay. Then it should work, right? Because it's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you are already in IN. So now, no, edit that existing one, delete it. Sorry. Yeah, paste it and then update and save it. Actually, that's all.
Update and then save it.
Yes. Now, can you open another one? Right. Okay.
Actually, and session was there, right?
Yes, hit it. Here itself, user.0. It should work because previously you got the error. Now it will work basically.
Yeah, it worked.
Okay, so it is working, right? So this is how we can able to do the vice versa actually. Okay, clear on this one?
Yeah, clear.
Any doubts? So this is known as the issuance criteria we can do basically. Okay, so what if we combine that one actually? For example, they're asking, okay, hey, I need either US people or Indian people. So if the user is part of US or India, allow both actually. Okay, the user cannot be part of both actually. Either they will be part of US or they will be part of IN or they will be part of any other country. So what we can able to do, two conditions we need to give. So we need to allow the IN people, we need to allow the US people both actually. So how we can able to do that? Now can you go back to the same notepad? Okay, copy the first line. This is both actually equal only. So yeah, copy that and open the wait. Okay, copy that. Okay, yeah, you copied it and pasted, right? So open the bracket at the starting and close it at the end. Open the bracket and close it at the end actually. Copy this and paste it in the same line actually without space.
Okay.
No, you need to put it in the same line, not in the next line and all. Yeah. Please put it in the same line.
Oh, got it. Okay, like this.
Yes. Okay. So now in the right hand side, change it to instead of US, put IN actually. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now here, anyone you need to put that US or IN. So now in the middle, okay. So we need to provide the condition either or, right? So we need to put either or only. So how we can able to do the either or option here? So now after that, in the middle, right, between both actually. In the middle between both. Okay, so we need to put space. Okay, put space. Okay, now open. Sorry, put double pipe symbol actually. That is R symbol, right? It's not ampersand. It's R. Put double pipe and space again. Yeah. Now copy that and put it there actually. So it will accept both actually. Okay, yeah, either or. Okay, if you're part of IN or US, both it will accept it actually. Okay, but some other country it won't accept.
Okay, so now you update it, save it. Okay,
Yeah.
what
Okay.
we need to do
Now
is
maybe you can put China CHN. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go, and then update it to
CHN. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Now try to access it. Okay. If you try to access it, it should not. It should throw an error basically.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So this is how we can able to see the difference actually. Okay. So this is known as the issuance criteria inside the PingFederate. Okay. Clear on this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we'll stop it right here for today. So we did the customization of the login screen, the cosmetic changes we did, right? So why we are calling this as a cosmetic change, whatever we did in the login screen, because it is changing the appearance of your login screen, right? So cosmetics are used to change the appearance, right? So that is why we are calling this as a, okay. That is the cosmetic changes inside the login screen basically. Okay. So yeah,
So
and
if we
also
have
the
any
issues.
if we have any custom logos, we can copy paste into that folder and then
images folder, and then we can upload that name actually. That's all. That is easy.
Got it.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, let's stop it right here. So next, I think we'll connect on your Sunday evening actually.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Okay. So in that one, we will, yeah, we'll connect on and then we'll start with the OAuth basically. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then. So I think we'll stop it right here. So let's connect back again. Okay.
I
and then
got the videos also today.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah, I already talked with them actually. So yeah.
Okay. No.
Yeah. Sure.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.
So this is about the ID and architecture, if you all can see, right? So in identity now, I think you all have been working with IIQ and other tools which are mostly on-prem. So have you got any chance on working any SaaS-based solution? I think someone told, right? Kiran told Okta. You have worked with Okta, right? I think Gaurav had told, right? You have worked with Okta, right? So
Yes,
Okta
I
is
worked a little bit
also
Okta. I
yeah.
also worked on CyberArk and Thycotic, which are also on-premise as well as on the cloud. I worked on both sides.
Yeah. So in that architecture, right? I'm not sure about how they are projecting the architecture. So identity now, if you see, this is a SaaS-based solution. So for SailPoint, when they started with the IAQ solution. Okay, that was their main focus. I think last 10 years they have been doing this IAQ. But since last 3 to 4 or 5 years, I would say they are building on this identity now tool, which is a SaaS based. So you working as software as a service. And what they are doing is that they are readily giving you build tenants. Like in Okta, you might have if you're working, then you might have got tenant directly from the your partner, that is Okta. So based on certain requirements, let's take for example number of users and your facilities which you want, or the features which you want to get enabled. Based on that, they will spin up a tenant for you and grant it to you based on your requirement. So if you can see over here, we have around 6 tenants. It's just an example. So all the tenants basically reside on, you can say, an availability zone. So they have so these sale point system have around 7 availability zone all over the world. Okay. And based on the availability zone which you select, you will get your tenant from there, which will be pointing to that zone. Now, in that availability zone, you may have lots of tenants, okay, from other companies also, which other companies are using. And these tenants are basically sharing the same zone. Okay. So maybe one tenant is there with 1 lakh user, other tenant is there with 10,000 user. So all tenants reside in the same zone, and based upon the number of users or the amount you are paying, they have a fairness algorithm through which you are getting the services. So services means what all features, if you can see in the left hand right hand side, right? Like logging, monitoring, alerting, scalability, search capability, password management, certification, provisioning, access request, SODs, and feature capability. So all these things are there, which basically you can achieve through this tenants. Okay. So it is just like if you take an example, like if you're taking staying in an apartment, right? So you have lots of features, like you can say you have gym, swimming pool, etc., and you are paying per month some maintenance and all. So that is the same thing. You are paying per user a certain amount of license, and you are getting these features. Now there are some basic features which every tenant gets. Like for example, if you have taken a tenant, you have some basic features, but there are some advanced features also. For that, maybe the pricing model increases on the basis of the feature you select. Okay. So
So,
any questions here?
yeah, normally in organization, right, you have different environments like dev, IT,
Hmm.
UAT, and production, right? How it is differentiated if you come across the tenant architecture?
Yeah, so I'm coming to that. It is in further slides. So if you talk
Okay.
about the number of environments, like so one environment represent one tenant. Okay. So maybe if it is a production environment, there will be one tenant for production, one for sandbox, okay, and one for dev.
Okay.
So going forward, as I mentioned, there are 7 availability zones of SailPoint ID now. So then some in US East and US West. Then there is in Canada, London, Germany, and the right hand side Asia Pacific. We have in Tokyo and Sydney. So they're also continuously building on these zones. So either of your tenants will be pointing to any of these zones. Okay. So if you are, can you go on mute? Maybe my voice is echoing because of that. So maybe whatever country you are selecting, suppose you are from US, right? Your company is from US, so they can select the nearest availability zone, which is nearer to you, because the more nearer it is, the better it is for you for your connectivity and all. But sometimes what happens is that some companies have some laws and regulations that I cannot have a data center in this country and all. So based on that, you can select other countries as well. But what SailPoint basically suggests is that you take the nearest availability zone which is available, so that the support is also continuous. Because anyways, if you take this solution, your work as a support personnel is very limited, because you don't have control in the entire database. Neither do you have the control on the architecture. Architecture, I mean, like the backend of process, whatever is going on, right? Any jobs which is running, you don't have any control on those. So, and also you don't have control where it is deployed. So all the control is in SailPoint hand. What you have is just a basic control and some other features which we'll discuss going forward. So that is the reason you also, whenever you take this kind of, let's take this services, right? You get professional support services from SailPoint. So in any problem which happens, which you think you were not able to fix or it is not under your control, then you can raise a service ticket with them and they can get back to you. Also, you can grant access to the tenants to them with the help of some configuration, and they can see the issue and then can resolve according to them. So on the basis of availability of the tenant, it is what SailPoint suggests is that they have 99.99% availability. There will be no downtime according to their SLA and all whenever you do the agreement with them.
So which cloud they are using? Is it in private
I
clouds
think they are
and
using
public cloud?
UTC clock. Is it?
UPC, you are saying?
Yeah. So you can change the zone. Okay, so you can change the clock time zone, whichever you want. You think there is the configuration, so you can change that. But mostly, what they do is they follow the UTC time zone.
No. My question is, because this is a SaaS application, so which cloud they are using? The
Okay,
AWS,
which
is the GCP,
cloud
or
they are using? Okay,
yes,
so
yes.
that knowledge, see, they are saying that they're using AWS. Okay, mostly they use
Okay.
AWS,
Mhm.
but exactly what all systems they use, that information we also don't have. So maybe they have some information in their site. We have to explore that.
Okay. Okay.
And it is their private cloud. We don't have any control on that cloud.
Mhm. Okay.
Now coming to the various environments which we have, right? So here, if you see, as I mentioned, by default, when you buy a tenant, means when you purchase a license for a particular tenant, you get a production and in free you get a sandbox. Means you're not paying for that. So let's take you have 10,000 users for your organization and you are buying a tenant for that to manage your identities, contractors plus employees. So they will give you a production tenant plus they will also give you a sandbox tenant that is without any specific charge, where you can do the testing and everything and your logic implementation and then moving it to the production. But on the basis of features, definitely the production is a highly scalable plus monitored, you can say, and load balancing and everything is handled properly there. But in case of sandbox, you will see that though it is also an environment, but it is not properly monitored and the scaling, you cannot do a very large amount of scale test and all. That's what they say. But yeah, if you
So
want
if I
ID,
have, if I have like a 80,000 users, how they will configure that high scalability? Means they will add more tenants or more nodes. How they will do that scaling?
no, so they will not add more tenants. Okay, so they have their own algorithm. Okay, so whenever they will spin up the tenant, they will add more resources to your tenant. Memory utilization, you can say. So if you see in the backend of SailPoint, all the services basically run through microservice. Okay,
Mhm.
so there they will increase your memory and everything. So that is why whenever you take a tenant, you have to completely tell them the number of users you are taking it for. So based on that, based upon the algorithm, they will allocate memory and everything to your tenant so that you are also getting and sharing the same resources, right? Like other tenants are there. So same resources you also sharing. But how much you will share and all, that depends upon your number of users.
Okay. Okay. Means you are saying that if it is 80,000 users or 10,000 users, they will give one tenant and they will
Hmm.
not disclose how much memory they are setting or how much CPU they're setting. They will not disclose that information.
No, they will not disclose that. They will. They have their algorithm, which they have shared there. In the, I think I can share it. Link with you. You have to log in with your Atlassian account, and you can see that. But they will not
Okay.
disclose that what is the exact maybe and all. That I'm not
Okay.
sure if they disclose. Yeah.
All right. No worries. Yeah.
So apart from the two environments, if certain, let's take for example, if you need any additional environments, okay, some companies need environment, third environment. So then in that case, you can ask them. So they will spin up one more environment for you, maybe a dev environment, and based on that, you can do your uh, dev configuration if you need apart from two. So by default, it gives two, and apart from two, if you need, you have to pay more for that. Now coming to the URL section. So this section is also important from your perspective of let's take examination also. Sometimes if you're giving the exam purpose, so they may ask this kind of questions also. So if you take the tenant, so they will provide URLs to you that through what URL you can log in and you can do the various activities. Now let's take for example that your client is going for a default domain. So they don't want to have their own domains. They are comfortable with the domain identitynow.com. So in that case, SailPoint will manage everything. Okay. And then they will create tenant for you. Like for example, the name of your company is Acme. Okay. They will create two tenants. One is acme.idn.com and one other one is acme/sb, that is sandbox, and idn.com. Okay. So these two they will create and give it to you. But if you want vanity URL, because sometimes companies say that no, my solution should be according to my domain. So let's take my company is acme.com. So the solutions URL also should be acme.com only. So you make it that way. So in that case, you have to send, or means they will basically create a CA certs, okay, certificates they will generate from their side, which you have to digitally sign with your certificate authority, so that that domain can be given to you. So that kind of URL is called vanity URL. So if you are going for vanity URL, then definitely they will give you certificates, CA certificates, and then you have to digitally sign that and then give it back to them, which they will upload in their Cloudflare solution. And then you can get this tenant according to your requirement. That is your domain, your name, and everything. But another thing is that suppose you are taking a tenant and you're, let's take, you are getting the domain name and everything you have done, either approach 1 or approach 2. But tomorrow, let's say a company is getting divided and it is one company is this means divided and they are shifting everything. So in that case, right? So redeploying or means changing the domain name according, or maybe some company name has got changed. So suddenly naming changes and all those things is not supported by default. It is not that very easy that you, okay, one day you have your name this and suddenly your name changes and you want to change the name everywhere. So that is not possible. If you have to change names, then you have to reorganize everything. Means you have to create a new tenant altogether and migrate everything from the old one. So there you will need SailPoint support also, apart from your developers. SailPoint will also will be required to move all those things. So that is the reason whenever you're taking any name, so you should be uh, properly think and just tell that whatever name you want, and based upon that, your tenant will be created.